Whoa. Hi. Welcome to the Kinder Garden. I'm trying to approach Thanksgiving with kindness and consideration and with great excitement. I'm not in my garden back in Oakland, but I am in Southern California with my nephew.
Hello. Hi, my name is Carter. This is Uncle Ken. He came down to visit us from all the way from California.
Woohoo! I know we're in the same state, but it seems so far away sometimes, huh? Right? All the way up there. It's like an hour and a half. But it has been a while since I've seen you. You're a few inches taller. You're a lot bit wiser.
No.
And a little bit older. Are you 12 now?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So Carter is my second guest. My first guest pinged in briefly from Detroit. So that was a little further away. I didn't go to Detroit. He came to me. But the important thing about this and why I mentioned my friend Brian and my nephew Carter is that we're kind of part of a chosen family. Yeah. And as we walk towards this holiday that's on everyone's calendar, some people get a whole week off. Mm-hmm. You get a whole week off. I want that. But that would probably be another Freaky Friday thing. But Carter, what I want to know from you as a 55-year-old, or you know me as the not so young lad, what is it about Thanksgiving? Like, what do you guys learn about in school? Or what do you...
They typically don't teach us anything. It's all, they normally, they don't teach us about all the normal traditions, just like how they did in elementary and kindergarten. They just prioritize in what we're already doing, like social studies, science, math, all those things that we normally do on a regular day basis.
Huh.
Now, what's weird to me is Thanksgiving is very important, and knowing the fundamentals of it is also very important. Knowing to be thankful for each other.
Right.
So I want them to do at least maybe one day to show why it's so important.
Do you ever dig around? I mean, what I get from being my age and watching you grow up is like, in some ways, the whole world's accessible, your fingertips, right? So there's a lot of information out there.
The internet has lots of great information anybody can access.
Right. But what is it about Thanksgiving that you either have looked up or learned from anything outside of school?
No.
Nothing. Well, so we're kind of swimming in the dark here, huh? Well, is there a question you would want to ask your teachers, like an older person, like that's teaching you or not teaching you about Thanksgiving?
No, not really.
No. And if you were to frame what you'd want to happen in this week leading up to Thanksgiving or that day, what would you do anything with it?
Well, if I were to just spend time with family. Like how we're doing right now.
Right. Yeah. Huh. How many Thanksgivings have we got to spend together? This doesn't count because we're coming down here early. We won't be here on Thursday, but we kind of round it up or round it down. Mm-hmm. Do you remember our first Thanksgiving together?
No.
I do, but I won't go into that. But you were too young to remember.
I remember it was me with some Moroccos at your house.
Yeah, we played a lot of like fun stuff, but I'm wondering if you remember the time I asked you about how you tell the difference between Uncle Tim and Uncle Ken. You remember that?
The serious uncle and one's the funko.
And now?
One's Asian and one's white.
Okay. Right.
Because you guys look different.
Different, right?
Every human does.
Right?
They're different.
Yeah. It's kind of like face recognition with computers, huh? Although sometimes my face looks really different. My computer doesn't recognize me, so I have to put my passcode in anyways. Mm-hmm. Well, is there anything about this week that you're going to do to kind of pump up your gratitude?
Well, I have a friend coming over, and we're just going to have some fun, have a sleepover, do some fun friend stuff. That's about it.
And then everything starts going all the way down to future holidays too. It just seems to be like a
Never-ending loop.
never-ending loop, huh?
It'll end though.
Sometimes I sit with you and I think, oh my goodness, you're such an old soul. When I call you an old soul, is that an okay thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What part of you recognizes that to land okay with you?
Huh?
Where in you, remember, like intuition, like where in you do you see like you've got some things figured out and you look around the world and go like, people are still figuring things out?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
They're just trying to make their way in life, figuring out what they need to do to succeed.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, what I'm grateful for is that your family has allowed me into your family.
Of course.
You don't know it any other way, but I got a long history of kind of being an orphan or not really feeling as connected to my family. So like, I'm going to reach out and give them a call, but I won't travel all the way home at Thanksgiving. Pennsylvania.
Long way home.
That is a long way home. Maybe someday we'll visit there, huh? But for now, we'll get you back to Oakland someday. Around Thanksgiving, is there anything else from your generation to my generation or older generations that you'd want to say?
Generations. Okay. So, anything I would like to say. I know internet's getting very popular. I am one who uses the internet almost on a 24-hour basis. But I realize that there's lots of cases that are cyberbullying, and it's becoming more frequent throughout the years. And it's just people don't like being bullied, and people are getting more comfortable of being bullies to other people, and that's just not okay. It's not okay at all, man. So what I will say to the future generation and above, just don't be a bully. Nobody likes it at all.
That seems like a really powerful megaphone amplified message to share. Don't be a bully, right?
Right.
And pass the potatoes, or just can we all get along? Right? Is it different, this cyberbullying, than what like happens out in like school or something? Does it feel different to you?
For most kids, it would maybe even ruin the rest of their lives. In their vision, because they do one wrong step and then everyone goes crazy and
right.
Yeah.
Because even a friend that's like around my age, she said to me, she's like, oh, watch your hair, put on, like, watch your angles. And I was like, I'm 55. This is how I look, man. And she was really like, wanted me to look kind of a little more awake. And I said, well, sometimes we're even, I'm doing this when I'm asleep or when I'm stressed. And I was like, I just want to show up as I am. And I feel, I can imagine like a young person coming into the world and being like micro analyzed and microaggressed on every little thing would be horrendous for figuring out who they are in the world.
Right.
Wow. Thank you for the courage to say those words.
All right.
Well, the very few people that look at this, I know I'm getting a few more pings here or there. I'm going to keep sharing it in my social media, but it's an honor to be away from my kindergarten up north, to be at your home. And thank you for shifting your Thanksgiving plans around and even appearing on here. Your first interview out here.
Yes.
Hopefully not your last.
No.
And who knows, if you ever want to invite me into your blog or vlog, I'll be there.
Okay.
All right.
I'd like to see it.
All right. Thank you very much, Carter.
Thank you.
From the kindergarten, thank you very much. See you another time. Grateful for you.
Toodaloo.